Yeah, wonderful people, viewers and subscribers. Good evening to you. I just hope my mic is coming out. Okay, it's coming out very well. Good evening to you all. This is BVI Channel 1. My name is Asu Chinedu Peters. As you all know, on the program tonight is Family Affair. A lot of things are happening, and I told you guys that we'll be having a paradigm shift from our usual advocacy for good governance to talk about personal issues, relationship, families, as it is, which forms the nucleus of the larger society. It's very important, and I've seen reason why many young men like me, myself, and many others have really lost interest in getting married. Some who have been married before, remarrying again is a big problem. So we are going to dissect some of these things tonight. Let us talk about why men are losing interest in marriage. And I'm not here to discourage anyone, because myself, I'm honestly searching for the right woman. Okay? But it seems the more you search, the more reason you see to be discouraged. Now let us take a look at this very video of a man who lamented bitterly. If you look at this guy's condition, you understand how badly he must have felt from what he called a betrayer. I'm going to, for those of you who are watching me from the Boni Pharmacy, thank you for watching and staying put. Those watching from TikTok, thank you. We are broadcasting mainly on our YouTube channel and also on our Facebook platform. We're also broadcasting live on our Instagram at the same time. So basically, those who will be getting the full, professional live broadcasts we're doing on our platforms are those who are connected with us on our YouTube channels. Okay, so that's by the way. Now, I'm going to play this video of this man. It really touched me. I watched it and watched it over again and saw reasons why people sometimes may commit suicide. Let's take a look at that video together.
Today marks it 15 years that I got married, and to be honest, I regret that decision that I took today, 13th of November, because it has in one way or the other affected me and put me in the position I find myself now. I'm not saying there's no perfect union, but when you marry the wrong person, you know you have married the wrong person. The only joy I find is my children, and that is why they even chose to stay with me, because of everything that happened. But to be honest, we men will go through a lot. Women don't usually want to talk. In fact, I had to summon up the courage to make this video because I needed to let my feelings out, how I felt, because I've been sick for some days now, and the only way I could get relief is to make this video, which I'm doing right now. We the men are the weakest gender, but we don't know how to talk our problems out or let our emotions out. Women, we do cry. We cry a lot because we feel hurt when we are betrayed. I was betrayed, and that has affected me mentally, physically, financially. People say I put pressure on myself. A friend of mine even told me that I'm the one putting pressure on myself. That why don't I send my children away to their mothers? Why putting pressure on yourself? That at least if they are with their mothers, I will just send what I have to them. But I can't let my children suffer in the hands of their mother because I understand better. That is why most times to sort their bills, pay for school fees, buy foodstuffs at times is very difficult. Last month I had to sell my generator to get foodstuffs at home. If I was alone, that wouldn't happen. But they are not the reasons for my predicament. It's just that it's just a journey that was disrupted by my partner. So I'm just making out this video because 13th of November, which is supposed to be a remarkable day in my marriage, turns out to be the sour one, which cuts through my heart deep, and it's a wound I don't think it can heal up anytime soon. To be honest, I'm not happy. I'm not happy.
It's so sad, so sad, so sad to witness such situation and what men go through in their marriages. Honestly speaking, it's a terrible situation. In case you're just joining, we're talking about why men lose interest in marriage. Why are men losing interest in marriage? Why are men losing interest in marriage? You see, you had the guy's predicament. I'll call it. If I can work a for sale like this, and for that world, I'm telling you, for that bonnet, to be honest with you, it's not easy for so many people to bear this kind of pain. And especially betrayal, betrayal from their partners. And I wonder, say, was there any time there was is there any time and where love in that marriage? Hmm? And then was there any time and where love in that marriage? Obolia. So I don't know. The way people see things differently makes me wonder. Nah, I want to see some of these things. Mother Choy, for Barcelona, trying to make commitment. You start asking yourself this question: does this journey really worth it? Does it really worth it? And the Puna men have always been um, uh, endangered species or the losers when it comes to this thing about marriage. Apart from the fact that now the Mokia have an extension of himself uh, by the bloodline, apart from children, giving birth to children. Ka ihe ọzọ nwoke na-elite na marriage. Ka ihe ọzọ nwoke na-elite na marriage. That thing, abuloku, very serious. And then another thing that I saw, I don't encourage violence, okay? But I saw that thing, I want to the rules on the TikTok or the my egosium or the bad, showing domestic violence against men. You know, some down one angle men are they could open. Yaki yes, we are not na munegi na molest again. Apart from emotional abuse and verbal abuse, which sometimes carries more pain than even physical abuse that is usually associated with guys or men in a relationship. Men also suffer they suffer physical abuse as well. Let me play that video very briefly. It's just about a few seconds. Then you see, one time we made a program and I said that women are very manipulative. I know some people misconstrued that, but that is their nature. You witness it in this video, just very brief, short video. Okay, let's take a look at that very video quickly and see what transpired there.
Stop the life! Why are you displaying my bra?
Slap me, Jesus Christ.
He's you're very wicked. Why are you alive? Give my child.
Slap me.
Stop the life now. Why are you doing it? Why are you disgracing me?
Let me start that first.
Why? Why are you disgracing me? I don't like it.
Slap me.
Stop this thing that you're doing now. What do you want the internet?
This is how you have been doing. That is why you went to tell everybody. You told the landlord. See, all this is how you have been doing. This is your character. This is.
I believe you guys saw it. You saw that very short video I just played here showing physical abuse. And immediately the woman saw that the guy was live. He immediately changed the tone. That tone moved from very harsh, violent tone to a more subtle tone. That is women for you. That is how they are made. That is how they are made. Okay. Thank you, those who are joining. Don't feel bad about my composition on TikTok. We are just new there. But we are here to address very, very important issues. Why marriages, relationships are falling apart like pack of cards. If you want to join me in the conversation, feel free to make your request. Those of you on the Facebook, on TikTok, then those of you who are watching from our YouTube channel, our Facebook, and all other platforms, please, you can use the numbers, our usual broadcasting numbers, to make your submission through WhatsApp. You can drop your comments on the comment section. We'll try to go through them. Your commentaries, we'll try to go through them. Okay. So, how do you feel in this time and era where men are really losing interest in marriage? A lot of women out there, people are just praying to get into a relationship or praying to get married. But once they do, what now comes in between? That in few years down the line, everything falls apart. The thing is just really, worrisome. Okay, it's really worrisome how relationship breaks down and fall apart. Huh? Most of our viewers on YouTube, I know you watch basically for uh, good governance, political advocacy, and the rest of them. For weekends like this, we'll talk about things that affect us individually as a person. Okay, just like myself, um, I'm in my 40s, and I'm trying to, start another relationship after the demise of my late wife. Uh, Starting another one becomes quite challenging. Meeting the right person, locking in into a committed relationship becomes very challenging because of this issue of betrayal on our Obi, especially men that are very committed, emotional, and passionate about their families. Sometimes you don't know, okay, collapse or more, or even some of them may become suicidal, especially in the night they express their anger through either physical abuse or if you want now inside. Okay. So some people are making requests. How I wish you can get one of them who wants to join in this conversation. Okay. I'm not playing games here, please. I'm sorry if you are intending to play some games on TikTok. I'm not playing games here. I'm talking something quite serious. And moving forward, we'll be also getting people meet the right people. And what are the indices, the tips? Here you amount that this person is the right person for you. Okay, so that down the line you don't just break down. You hear betrayal. You hear betrayal always happen in relationship. It always happen in relationship. Betrayal. Everyone will talk about betrayal. Why always betrayal in relationship? There are some things that are not there. That's why ab initio, once they are not there, the relationship will definitely break down. People are just getting into marriage or relationship just for the sake of getting married, because of societal profiling and pressure. You know, jijilaka get you just jijilaka get all police, and putting your life and the life of people who are brought into the world in form of your children into danger. Go what I go. So we prefer solutions. We also um I've seen a lot of people in on TikTok especially. I've seen a lot of Nena. Welcome on the program, Neno Korea. We've seen some people Chin Nenye More. Thank you for joining. And Atuneke B-Boy. Sorry if I'm murdering your name here, please. Leon Fons, and all of you who are joining, I appreciate you joining. Please like the program so that more people can see it. I don't know. Okay. Somebody just popped up. Hello, good evening to you. What's your name, please, and where you're streaming from? Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me too? Good evening to you. Can you hear me? All right. Okay. So I'm talking about something. I don't know. I'm new on TikTok actually, but I'm trying to. I said I am new on TikTok here to talk about things that are important. And today we are talking about why men are losing interest in relationship or marriage. Sorry, I cannot hear you. Oh, you cannot hear me? I cannot hear you. Please talk louder. Wow, that means people got. Wait, let me see if my mic is turned low. Anyways, you can come right back again. I don't know why the person is not hearing me properly. Please, guys on YouTube, please forgive. We are navigating on TikTok. So we hope to get it right. Okay. All right. So we're talking about why men are losing interest in marriage. So there are things I normally tell people, especially if you're getting into a relationship. If you follow those, there is no formula for marriage or relationship actually, but there are things that if you follow through to a reasonable extent, you wouldn't be able to experience a very bad relationship. Okay. And that is one of the reasons why I'm actually doing what I'm doing here on weekends like this, to talk about relationship, marriage, finding the right partner. Okay. So now when you talk about finding the right partner, it has to start with friendship. Friendship is very important. The one some people call courtship. Friendship, if you understand the actual meaning of friendship, friendship got to do with people who has some things in common, who has the kind of meeting point in terms of aspiration. That's how friendship spark. On similar interest, book of on mere friendship, to spark. Now, if you see the person that you meet and you start that friendship on the level of casual friendship, I call it casual. That's the first step. Meet and greet, baby, been a gym, been azwaya, your school, your workplace, your street, your neighborhood, your church, or whatever place you can meet anyone, and you constantly meet the person maybe on intervals, and you have this casual relationship based on where you come to. Maybe let me use a gym for instance, or market or school. Then on a casual basis, it's like meet and greet kind of relationship. Meet and greet. You just meet and greet the person. Or anything deep. You don't know much about the person. Along the line, you might get to know the person's name in the at that level of the casual friendship. Okay, so at that point, the relationship has started when you started greeting someone. Okay, and that friendship on that level is the first stage. Then from there, something can trigger from that point to have a kind of mutual friendship. From that greeting, you can take a step further to mutual friendship. And that mutual friendship is at the point where both of you you've seen somebody always and often in a similar environment or scenario, and maybe conversations here and there. And you started picking interest in what one or two of you are doing. Then mutual friendship now occurs. Okay, so I'm now at the stage where I'm giving you tips on how to retain the interest of a man in a relationship or a woman in a relationship, and how to keep your relationship burning after some years. Okay, because this issue of every time marriage and a collapse always is something that gives me great concern. Okay, so what we're saying in essence on this stage of mutual friendship, at that stage, both of you can assist each other, can do one or two things for each other. You are mutually beneficial. The friendship is mutual. It is not one-sided. Okay? Both emotional, financial, support, and social, as the case might be. So at that level, you guys are beginning to know more about yourself. You are coming more closer. Okay, then from there, you now have intimate relationship. At this time, the intimate relationship is, when somebody say we're having intimate relationship, the first thing that comes to mind is, oh, you've started having sexual relationship, you're now becoming intimate. No, at this point, you're not yet at that stage of sexual relationship, but you've come too close that you can even visit each other. At the stage of mutual relationship, it's just like somebody who is living at the same compound with you. Then we are not away, we are not around, and your neighbor who is your friend, you can tell the person, please, can you help me pack my clothes? Or even without even saying, you see that somebody's that your friend's stuff has kind of if you leave it in outside, the rain will beat it. You bring the clothes inside. Okay, if the guy, maybe the guy is going out somewhere and he said, okay, can you give me a lift? You are mutually beneficial. Okay, so that can happen in any scenario, whether in the gym, like I said, your workplace, your neighborhood, your church, or whatever, wherever you meet anyone or that very person. How to build that relationship. Okay, so from there, you can now start putting up kind of intimacy. At that point, you can share your personal, you start confiding in that person because you built a level of trust over the period of time. So that's just part of it on how to build a very strong relationship. I always say it to anybody money and with this conversation. So I just decided to say, okay, let me chip it in, because seeing the condition of this man, honestly, it's in Nabuwamobi. Why some men are losing interest. I can't nande there are no, you don't see husband anywhere. What I just played out in the video I showed you is exactly why many people are losing interest, because of that betrayal. So in order to stop that betrayal, if you have to go through this process in Neku, the casual relationship stage, the mutual relationship stage, the intimate relationship stage as well. Intimate relationship stage is also very important. And that is at the point where you have built trust. You can now confide in that person. The person will no longer only inside. The person have known you beyond the casual friendship. Okay? Sometimes you confide in the person with some of your challenges, and the person knows your secrets, knows your weakness and the rest of them. So the person, at that level, that level of intimacy, that's that's kind of intimacy I'm talking about. So at that level, you've built trust. Okay, then you can now move into at that stage, people take it further to sexual relationship, which ultimately is very important. The sexual relationship, when you are heading towards building an emotional relationship, or a relationship that will lead to marriage or courtship or whatever. So at this stage, you guys are flying already. You are into it. So when you have gone through this process, it will be difficult for you to suddenly betray your friend, because you have come a long way. But this barrack system of marriage and relationship, accidental relationships, you see them, you marry them. I'm seeing a lot of people doing matchmaking on the TikTok. I was just scrolling through so many of them, and I was just laughing. Why? Because it's really unserious, and I can only equate it as just content creation or catching cruise. And if you think you can get, I'm not writing it off actually, but if you think that is the way you can build a relationship, my dear, think twice. Okay? Except some guys who are just coming up for knock and run, and the girls coming up for instantaneous benefits and whatever. Apart from that, if you want to build a proper relationship, I'm not saying that people don't meet people on TikTok, on the social media. I'm expecting to meet someone as well myself. Okay? But you have to go through that process of being friends. It's hard for you to betray your friends if truly you are friends, not the kind of friends that can betray you. You know, before you can bring somebody into your inner cycle as a friend, I guess you must have taken some steps, especially if the person is an opposite gender or even your gender as well, on a normal, casual friendship and the rest of them. So I think having these steps will help us avoid had I know and breakdown of relationship. If you start from the casual relationship, take it up to mutual relationship. At that stage of mutual relationship, a lot of things that can happen. Mbaki ejima ma onye ahụ dị stingy. Mbaki ejima na onye ahụ dị, or is it the kind of person that comes for something, you know, or is it a situationship? Or actually catch a cruise, move forward, or actually knock and run. You know, at that stage of mutual friendship, you look at you don't measure somebody by what you obtain from the person, but the intention. That's where the intention is revealed at that mutual friendship. What's this person's intent in this my friendship with you? Okay, like I say, somebody that could not cross a gutter, a drainage, and cannot jump a step for you. We never climb a fence for you. So don't expect people who you are in a relationship, the person is only about taking from you. It's just like a liability. And that liability stuff. Leon Fonts, thank you for being part here. I think, let me check. I know I'm new on the TikTok, so I barely know who is here. Christopher Mike. Okay. Christopher Mike, I can see you are here. I don't know who else is here. All right. So please keep liking the program so that the program will be more visible to people. All right. I know that by next year, I'm just doing a test run of this app called TikTok to see how viable it is. While we are also streaming on our YouTube channel, on our Facebook, and also on our Instagram. Okay. So in case you want to watch our full programs on daily basis, this one is coming on this is on the YouTube. Okay, that's the program running on the YouTube. So for those who are watching on the YouTube, on the TikTok rather. So what are we talking about? Why men are losing interest in marriage? Honestly, I wish we could find the right persons. I wish people could take cognizance, take intentional steps to know actually whom they are getting involved with before jumping into the marriage or committed relationship, honestly speaking. Because the stories we are hearing are touching the heart, and ultimately the people who are the biggest victims of failed relationship are usually the children. Yeah, the children are always at the receiving end of any breakdown in marriage or relationship. Okay, so however, even some men, like the second video I played today, showed domestic violence. I don't know how a man can express himself if he is not just verbally, emotionally abused, but physically too. nke a ya makwa ka ihe esi wee kọwara ụmụnna unu onye ka ihe akọlụ nke a who will believe you, who will listen to you. In fact, is a big how do I put it? Is a very big dent on a man. Obviously na nwunye na akụ ya ebe ma ọ dị enyi nwaanyị na akụ ya ebe. Okeke nwaanyị dịkwa ntị njọ ho ha. Honestly speaking, okeke nwaanyị dị ntị njọ. So as time goes on, we'll start rewarding our viewers, those who are liking and sharing our live on the TikTok, all right? So that we'll be able to reach more people. We are addressing problem here. And also, we hope moving forward, we'll have people coming to meet the right persons on our programs and on our platforms, especially when we are live like this. So that is it. I really appreciate those who have watched this far. Let me revisit the case of the guy I am talking about. For those of you who are on, for those of you who are watching from the YouTube, which is our main platform. So let's get to that very video. In case you didn't follow the lamentation of the guy who cried out his regret of getting married. It's very, 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 very painful. You need to listen to it once more.
Today marks it 15 years that I got married. And to be honest, I regret that decision that I took today, 13th of November, because it has, in one way or the other, affected me and put me in the position I find myself now. I'm not saying there's no perfect union, but, you know, when you marry the wrong person, you know you have married the wrong person. The only joy I find is my children, and that is why they even chose to stay with me, because of everything that happened. But to be honest, we men will go through a lot. Women don't usually want to talk. In fact, I had to summon up the courage to make this video because I needed to let my feelings out, how I felt, because I've been sick for some days now, and the only way I could get relief is to make this video, which I'm doing right now. You know, we the men are the weakest gender, but we don't know how to talk our problems out or let our emotions out. Women, we do cry. We cry a lot because we feel hurt when we are betrayed. I was betrayed, and that has affected me mentally, physically, financially. You know, people say I put pressure on myself. A friend of mine even told me that I'm the one putting pressure on myself. That why don't I send my children away to their mothers? Why putting pressure on yourself? That at least if they are with their mothers, I will just send what I have to them. But I can't let my children suffer in the hands of their mother because I understand better. That is why most times to sort their bills, pay for school fees, buy foodstuffs at times is very difficult. Last month I had to sell my generator to get foodstuffs at home. If I was alone, that wouldn't happen. But they are not the reasons for my predicament. It's just that it's just a journey that was disrupted by my partner. So I'm just making out this video because 13th of November, which is supposed to be a remarkable day in my marriage turns out to be the sour one, which cuts through my heart deep, and it's a wound I don't think it can heal up anytime soon. To be honest, I'm not happy. I'm not happy.
That is the guy that we are playing his video of regret, getting married 15 years ago, and all he got is betrayal from the wife. So many men are in his shoe. In fact, if you watch that video from our YouTube, I have played it here before. You've watched it to the end. If you know okay above Kata, this is what the man will see. Nah, Obawado. Some of them will even choose to end it all. But that is not the right option. Okay? That's not the right thing. Nobody have the best thing to do. Okay, Bia. When somebody send a message here on a WhatsApp, I'm going to read out that message, okay, with respect to this very program. So the person said, honestly, men are not just losing interest in marriage for nothing. The reality is that marriage today looks more like a risk than a blessing. Can you hear that? Many of us men are scared because the pressure is too much. You carry the financial burden, the emotional burden, and still no guarantee of peace or respect. A lot of men are tired of relationships that feel transactional. That's what we call situationships. Everybody wants a perfect man. Social media has created unrealistic expectation, and nobody appreciates efforts. Anyone appreciate efforts anymore. Some women don't even understand what it means to respect a man, support him, or build with him from the ground up. We are seeing too many bad examples around us. Constant fight, disrespect, failed marriages, divorce everywhere. It discourages men. Nobody wants to enter something that may destroy their peace and drain their pocket at the same time. At the end of the day, men are not running away from marriage. We are only running away from disrespect, stress, pressure, and partners who are not ready to build. Every man wants a home, but he wants a home where there is peace, loyalty, respect, and understanding, not a battlefield. That's just the truth. His name is Abdulaziz Oyilola. Thank you very much for sending this message. That's his message on WhatsApp. I just read out. So you can send us this kind of message. You can share your own experience on our WhatsApp number. Those of you who are on our YouTube, I believe the person is watching either from our YouTube or Facebook, because that is where we stream on a professional live stream. So we bring all of these things together. You can see our phone numbers, the topic under the review. We can even host you through our studios and the rest of them. So for those who are watching on this TikTok, somebody has been here for some time. I need to invite you, says, okay, we appreciate you for watching this live. We appreciate you. We hope you can like, and liking can bring in more people to see. We are not here to beg or ask anybody for gifts. So we are here to add value. Okay, we want to give, not take. That's the motive. Okay, we are here to add value. We are here to give, not take. All right. And also myself, I'm putting myself out too. I'm also putting myself out too. Nena Ugoji, you just joined. Thank you for joining. We appreciate you. Appreciate you for joining the live. So, my people, I don't know how else we can put it out for people to understand that, like I said, you have to go through some stages. And if you're interested to have a viable relationship, not a situationship. Okay, not a situationship. So, men are saying, and if you want to send us message on WhatsApp, feel free to send it on BVI channel 1, WhatsApp number 08104545 Okay, and on TikTok, I've not yet known their rules and community rules or whatever guidance, but I'm just hopeful that giving out numbers on live is not a problem. So for those on our YouTube channel, we are also appreciative of you watching. We are beginning a program we call Family Affair, which is part of the life you see me do here. We're going to be doing a kind of TV reality show to build families, to solve family problems, to bond families, because you don't understand how important this thing can be. You don't understand how important family orientation can be to the general society, to the larger society, especially when it got to do with good governance, which is our core message. Okay, and through our cooperative, Lady Joe, thank you for joining. We are live here talking about why men are losing interest in marriage, and we balance our report here. We are not being sentimental or emotional. We say the truth the way it is, and that is our mantra. Okay, so having said that, because any moment from now, this is Nigeria for you. I'm about to end the program, and the electricity people are already telling me, pack and go. All right. Basically, we'll try everything possible to keep up with that program, and also through this platform, build a community of healthy, sound-minded people. Okay, where you can meet the right person, and also where you can energize your relationship. So these are part of the things I expect to achieve on this program, Family Affair. So basically, we'll be doing this more of on the weekends and on interval within the week as well. Okay, while we continue in our advocacy for good governance, and also through our cooperative, we are solving societal problem of hunger. I don't want to go there now, but honestly, the politicians in this part of the world have weaponized poverty and hunger. They weaponize it. They use it against the people. But nevertheless, I must tell you that it's really been a wonderful experience in this journey to serve the public selflessly. Okay, so in our coming to in this advocacy for good governance, I just hope we'll be able to create more impact through the family line, through this family affairs program, where we can build a strong and healthy family orientations. Build good relationship. Okay? I myself am also out in the market. After the loss of my wife about 5 years ago, or 6 years ago now, by next month it will be 6 years. I lost my wife, and trying to start up a new relationship and family becomes a very big challenge because of part of the things we are talking about here. So I'm in the shoe, I'm in the market, I understand what I'm saying. I've seen a lot of things in this. It's even more difficult every year to meet the, but I hope here we will be able to do all of those things. Okay, be able to do all of those things. For those who have watched us this far, I just hope you can follow us so that you keep in touch with us. Our main platform is BVI Channel 1 on YouTube. All right, you can search BVI Channel 1 and you will be able to get through what we are doing. That is it. In case you're watching, that's our YouTube channel on the YouTube. That is BVI Channel 1. And we also have BVI Channel 1 Plus. Okay, so that's our YouTube channel on YouTube. Just search it, okay, so that you keep in touch with us. So I really appreciate who is actually there. Vitu says who introduce our reward system for our dedicated followers and listeners, and those who are sharing our videos on the TikTok, and to those who are on the YouTube. I also really appreciate you guys. Okay, those of you who are watching, I really appreciate you. Let me see if I can take some of their commentary if there are any. We have Chidi, Mr. Chidi. Those. Okay, that's just the only person we had the comments there saying hello and hi. You are saying, can you join? You can join the program. You can join the program via TikTok, or you can just call the number on the screen. Like Ayelola sent us a message on WhatsApp and we'll read it out. So if you don't want to call, you can just send your message, we'll read it out, or you drop your comment here on the YouTube, we'll read it out. Or you just call directly on the number that you're seeing on the screen. We'll also read it out, or get your voice out there and you'll be heard. Okay? If you also want to come up on our YouTube channel in a video, we'll give you our studio link. You just click it and you'll be brought into our studio to join our program. So whichever way you want to do it, we are here for you. And I believe we've done justice to it. And on this note, I'm signing out saying thank you very much for being there, listening to this program all through. Okay, and I hope when next we come back, we'll have you guys back again. Just keep a tab with us, follow us, and stay connected. I still remain Asuchide Peters, your advocate for good governance, saying good night and have a blissful weekend. Okay, that is it. Bye-bye.